Alright, Tube. Here she is. My 92 Ford F150. 6-inch lift thereabout with 35 12.5 15s, Mickey Thompsons with Wild Peak AT3Ws. Just put those on yesterday with a straight axle swap. Finally got her done. Take a little gander at that. James Duff arms, standard 44 up front, 6-inch coil springs with Bilstein steering stabilizers. Everything's new. 456 gears, all new tie rod ends, drag links, the track bar. See it? Bronco Air. Has a track bar rack with it. And then I think the factory drag link, tie rod ends for a 78, 79 Bronco. And then I makeshifted a end link for the sway bar, the factory sway bar that came off 92. Let's see if I can get it in here. What you have to do on the sway bar for mine anyway, I had to, that's where the factory hole was. I had to move it up like 2 inches just so I get away from my spring. Sorry for the jumpy video. I just made some, went to the local hardware store, got some heim joints. So I believe that's 1/2 inch by 20, just all thread. Measured it out what looked good, what fit the best. Smelled pretty good. Had a special order of the Bilstein shock dampers, or the steering dampers. I got a bracket off Amazon for an F250 that's attached to the axle. Comes with all the end links and all that. And they come with shocks, but I wanted to keep Bilsteins all the way around, so I went with that. If everybody needs the, these are just probably an inch too long, but they work still. That's why they're maxed all the way here. If they were about an inch, probably 2 inches shorter, they'd work great. I got the solid axle cover, straight 8 bolts, James Duff lower coil buckets, and that's pretty much that on that. Go over here. Use my 78, 79 coil buckets, and then like I said, 6-inch Jeff Bronco lift springs, and I got just about a 6-inch lift out of everything. I moved the coil oil buckets as far forward as they could go, which if you go off the center of this coil bucket, center off the other factory coil buckets, mine was quad shock set up before, it only moved it about a 1/2 inch further forward, not much. Then I got my Bilsteins, pretty nice, and you know, stainless steel brake hoses all the way around. I got these hoses from Bronco Air. They got the deal with the factory fitting on it, which is great. Here's a shot of the track bar bracket. Right, drive shaft. You can kind of see how much I had to move it forward on my sway bar. If you're interested in keeping a sway bar. Of course, I got those James Duff long arms for the 78, 79 Bronco F150. Pretty nice. They're heavy duty, solid. When I originally bought these, they sent me 2 of these brackets for the same side, which sucked because last year this time, December, I was putting this in and they wouldn't expedite or ship next day for another bracket, and I was on a time frame. I mean, I'm only home for so long, and I needed that thing like ASAP to finish this up. So I had to leave with this thing half assembled because I couldn't do the other side. I could mock it up a little bit, but I couldn't actually bolt it together and call it good because they didn't want to send it to me overnight, which I told them I'd pay for the shipping, and they still wouldn't do it. I don't know why. But so heads up when you're dealing with James Duff, their customer service is all right. Their products are nice. I'm not knocking their products one bit because they're stout. I mean, they're built good. You shouldn't have any problems with them. It's just their customer service is kind of lacking. Here's the Vulcan. He's had some pretty good reviews. AT3Ws with some Mickey Thompson's classics. I think they're the classic 2s, if I remember right. Scored these for $300 on Craigslist. Pretty nice. I did have to redo the inserts inside because I got the steel inserts in there. I about lost the wheel because I had the wrong lug nuts. When I first bought these wheels, I was going to put some pointy lug nuts on there just for awesomeness. But yeah, it was not the Acorn style lug nuts, and I about lost my back tire over there going to see a friend one day, and barely made it home without it falling off. I was glad. But it ended up wallering these little steel cups inside there. Thank God I found some on, I forgot the website, but there's a place, California or Florida or something, that sold them. Hammered in it, hammered the old ones out, hammered those in, they're perfect, no issue. And then I got the Infabs Nerf bars, pretty nice. The only thing I don't like about them is this ends are not capped, so that might be an issue in the future, I'm sure, but they fit pretty good. Here's some more tire shots for you. We got some more Bilsteins in the back. Stainless rear brake line. That was a chore to get out, especially going up there. New axle van, got it set above the gas tank. I instead of block kitting it, I just bought, I believe, a 6-inch springs from Jeff's Bronco Graveyard again, and they gave me a little rate. You know, I'm a little tall on the back, but come towing time, it come in handy, so I'm not complaining about that one bit. I did have a drive shaft specially made for this because I put the ZF in it, and my original one was too short. Because originally this truck was a 302 4-speed with a 1356 transfer case, and then I went to pull the 4-speed out, put the ZF in, had to shorten the back drive shaft and lengthen the front. But when I did this lift on it, my drive shaft angles was totally wrong. So a bunch of guys online told me to do a double cardan joint up front, which I did. Looking nice. Still got plenty of room there. All brand new. But I did end up having to buy a 1-inch spacer off a guy makes them for Toyotas, and I'm kind of glad I did. But I still gotta shim my axle up a little bit, probably more 8 degrees, because my drive shaft angle is 20 degrees and my pinion's 10. So I need to have those matched to this little carton. So I got to raise it up about 8 degrees and then leave 2 degrees down, just so my drive shaft or when my leaf seams flex, I got some of that. And 51. Looking nice. I got all polyurethane bushings and everything. Sway bar. That's the factory 2-inch block because I didn't want to use it, but if I didn't have it, then I wouldn't get my 6-inch spring or my 6-inch lift in the back, so I had to use those, which they're pretty solid. And then they come with a 4-degree shim, so that's why I'm going to do an 8 degree. So I take that out, put an 8 degree in there, and then that should point up slightly more, and it should, because I got a Driveline vibration right now at 50, 55, and it starts tapering off at 60. So I think that should solve that problem, because everything, like I said, everything underneath this truck's new now. I was going to try to video this. I just rebuilt that last time I was home for Thanksgiving. Super simple. I put a video up of my mistakes that I made during the process. So, but that was one of the simplest things I've ever done. Pretty fun too. There's my 2.5 inch to 3 inch to Flowmaster all the way out to the back. And then back here, most of y'all seen probably the other video, but tin tails, I got the roll pan on, took the bumper off, and guy on Facebook, when I had Facebook, was selling a hidden hitch from back in the day, and he was nice enough. He was coming from Ohio or Indiana to Oklahoma, and he actually stopped about 30 minutes from me and met up with me so I could buy it off him. I mean, super nice guy. But you can see it here. Bolts up right there, hides behind the roll pan. You don't even see it. I had to notch my roll pan for the hitch, but that's not a big deal. Got a flip up license plate. Stuck up there nice. 2 bolts each side, pretty heavy plate. Probably 1/4 inch. Solid. Say hi to my reverse light. And I did put reverse lights on because I can't see nothing when I'm backing up. So I kind of angled them. Kind of cast light in different directions so I can see on both sides. And then I put the 7-prong RV plug on. These are pretty nice. Nice little flip up action there. And it's stout. It's got a good heavy spring on it so it ain't gonna be bouncing around on you. Just got done. 456 gears on both front and back. Put stainless steel brake lines. I got the axle covers and the lines from Jeff's Bronco Graveyard. Same with that rear stainless line that goes up. The front lines I got from Bronco Air, like I said. You got new U-bolts from Jeff's Bronco Graveyard. I mean, they got everything you need at Jeff's Bronco Graveyard. Ship fast. And they actually got some pretty good prices, like the track lock I got in here. I got the Detroit track lock, the Hill Gear style one. They're pretty reasonable on their price. I didn't buy it from them because I found one on Amazon that was used in good shape, but the packaging was just damaged. It wasn't even used, it was brand new, just because the box it was in was all tore to pieces. I got it for like $470 shipped, I believe. I couldn't beat that price, so I grabbed it up. They had one recently, they went and sold for $390, and I kicked myself for not buying that because I want to put it in my Crown Vic. But I'll wait for another one. But these solid axle covers, they're pretty stout. I mean, they're pretty thick. They still got that radius to them, so your gear oil can still smoothly rotate in there. And didn't know that was an issue until I watched Banks Turbo Guy, whatever his name is. He was doing a series on rear end covers and how the flat covers actually, hurt your rear end. And I didn't know that at the time when I bought these, but I just figured I wanted a matching pair. So I bought these, and I seen that video series they did. I was like, well, I'm glad I got these, but they're pretty solid for sure. So that's what it is. And I'm telling you guys got 35s, or you guys change tire size on these old trucks, man, change them gears. She runs like a different animal. It runs better than the stock 355 gears I had in it. I'm not sure about the camper shell yet. I know some people keep telling me to tear that thing off, but I kind of like it. But the only thing I don't like about this one is when I bought it. I bought it off my buddy when he got a parts truck in. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it had a pretty good ding in it. I tried to push it out as best I could. So I may try to find something newer or something nicer. I mean, the lights are all jacked up. You got wires hanging. I mean, there's no screens in the window anymore. The locks are, I mean, look at this just from driving. This window's opening, it's just, I don't know. I took the front window out and put a rubber seal around it, which was nice when I put it in because it didn't make any noise, but now they're in the wintertime, it's squeaking like crazy. And on top of that, when I get this truck painted, I don't want that eating up my paint, so I'll probably do away with that. So I'm kind of up in the air on this for right now. I'm going to leave it on because keep my truck bed out of the weather. And then stainless steel tip. Some more 35 action there. that's pretty much it right here. And then, whew, I'm telling you guys what, last night, oh, so pissed. Last night I, after changing the gears and putting tires on, actually, because yesterday I went to the tire shop and haven't put it on, and have you have some look at this, but come back and was going to change my tire size, and everybody, you get online to the forums, and they're like, oh yeah, the PSOM connector's right underneath the dash in the center of your glove box. So I get here and made me a jumper wire and getting ready to do this, you know, getting ready to find my code, or found my calibration code in this, all excited, you know, I'm gonna change these, you know, calibration codes, blah blah blah. And I get underneath here and I'm looking and I don't see nothing. I mean, you see it now. Well, I got underneath there and I could see one little plug off to this corner, so I thought that was it. So I'm jumping the hell out of it, trying to get it to connect. I'm over there trying to get my, you know, speedometer to calibrate, and it's still not letting me set it. So I'm like, what in the hell? Is this something wrong? My mouse get up underneath there and cut the wire, or what? But I couldn't figure it out. Driving me nuts. So it was getting cold, and I just said, fuck it, I'll get online and see what I'm doing wrong, you know. And anyway, we kind of find out there's a guy, excellent video. I'll see if I can't post the link in there, because I mean, he saved me, because he was pretty detailed on it. Anyway, so I didn't notice that little clip, or the little deal that this thing sits on, this little black piece, because I don't know, I just seen that thing hanging there, so I just automatically assumed this one over here was it, so that's why I was playing with it. But so when I was rewatching his video, I seen this little tab thing hanging there, and I was like, I don't remember seeing that on my truck. So like 8:30 at night, I come out, drove all the way back over here where storage is at, where I keep my truck. Cold as hell, and this is driving me nuts. I gotta figure this out. Well, anyway, some jackass that took this plug, put it all up in here and behind this wire harness that's back here. I'm not gonna crawl underneath there because it's too much work. But yeah, slid that son of a bitch back in there where I didn't see it right off the bat, and it was there the whole time. And it wasn't until I just happened to see just a little bit of that blue wire. I was like, son of a bitch. I yanked on it, and then I seen the little brown connector, and I was like, oh, there it is. So anyway, if you guys have problems, this is missing, check underneath that damn wiring harness, because some jackweed probably tucked it up underneath there, which I think this one was probably because it kept hanging down, because it's not really locking itself in there. So that may have been the case, which I'm pretty sure it was. And then anyway, so I jumped that son of a gun and started adjusting my calibration, which I want to make a note to that. When you do the math, I'm sure you guys can figure it out. I had 608 revs per mile for these new tires. They're 34.5 inch in diameter, and do the math on that. Anyway, I came up with 821, and I got on that guy's video, and he was adding 30 to your final number for your tire swelling as it rotates, you know, because all tires are going to expand as they rotate. I was like, man, that sounds spot on. And I hadn't seen all the forums I read, no one had mentioned, you know, doing an allowance for that. And so I did it, and sure as crap, man, I'm telling you, this thing is maybe 1 mile an hour off. It reads maybe 1 mile per hour faster than my speedo on my dash. And I mean, you can't argue with that. So if you guys, the guys that are into these older trucks and still farting around with them like I am, trying to bring them back to their former glory, I definitely recommend adding that 30. And it's just like, literally, when you come up with your code, or your calibration code, I had 821, add 30 to that, and I got 851, plug that into my dash, and like I said, she's like 1 mile an hour off. So, oh yeah, something else I got too. JL audio, everything. That's a 10-inch. I forgot the speaker number, forgive my shit paper. I was sick at the time last time I was working on this thing. So 10-inch subwoofer. I got, I don't know if you can see them in there, but door speakers with tweeters, and I've got crossovers about in this area on both doors. And then I dynamited everything. I forgot the name. It wasn't actually dynamite, something else off Amazon. Dynamited the doors. Let me take you over there. And same on this one. JL little tweeter with my Kenwood. That sounds too bad. And I bought the little adjustment job for the sub, and then this bad mama jahumba back here. Let's see, kind of see. Yeah, you gotta take the cover off the screws, but I had some brackets for my electric fans that I installed. They give you these little mounting brackets so you can fab up your own mounting on it, and I didn't use them when I was doing the install, and I was like, well, hey, that worked great for a little stand on this thing. Get some airflow around it, won't get hot. And so I mean, got a little wobble to it, but not too bad. Holds it solid. Hey, if anybody knows where I can get one of these, let me know. I need one bad. Yeah, tinted windows. That carpet, I need to clean it. It's pretty dirty. Yeah. Swapped in these 40/20 seats sometime back, and that's what was originally in this truck, but the guy took them out for some reason. Alright, let's go here. And I got 301,462 miles on this thing, which ain't true, because I got more like 160, because when I was farting with that PSOM plug down there, I had an old, because this is a lightning cluster, and so I took my old one out and plugged it in just to make sure this thing wasn't the problem, and put the other one in. It was still acting up, so I knew it wasn't the gauges. And but anyway, so when I got this off a guy off Facebook several months back, I don't know, I just like the 120 mile on this truck. I ain't never gonna see that, but it's just cool. It's the cool factor. And so, but like I said, everything's calibrated good and running pretty good, and it's 35 degrees out here. Like I said, all LEDs. I had to put some gauges down there. 4-wheel drive. If anybody, I bought one on FordPartsGiant.com the other day. I don't know if it's going to be the right one because they don't give you measurements on it, but anybody have a ZF to 1356 transfer case rod linkage thing? It's a little flat bar, about what I measured was 7 3/8 whole center to whole center. If anybody, I can make one, but I don't know if that's exactly what it needs to be, and I'd really like to have an original one in there anyway. But this thing, when you put it in 4 high, you gotta play with it. You gotta find that notch to get it just right, because if you don't, she'll pop out of 4 high. Yep, still works. But yeah, so if anybody's got one of those little flat bars with the little 2 bushings on each end that measure approximately 7 3/8 whole center to whole center, man, I appreciate it. I'll send you some money and some shipping or whatever. I don't care. I need one. So I don't know if that one I bought from Ford Parts Giant's gonna fit. I hope it does, but we'll see. All right. This video is 23 minutes long. I can't believe I've been talking that long. Shit. All right, let's make this quick because you guys are busy and I am too. All right, forgive me for that. There's the old 302. Next step, I had to rebuild that ZF because she's clattering since I changed the transmission fluid in it. And does anybody know why a battery does that? Every time I come home, it seems like this thing spills more acid out or whatever. I usually leave it unplugged. But you can hear the E-fans running on. That's how the old motor looks. So soon, my friends, I'll have a 351 in it, hopefully a 408 actually. If I can find somebody that can tune it, or figure out to tune it myself, because I'm never home long enough to mess with those tweakers, or what else is there? I like those lights. Tony Rojo on Facebook does a good job. The 3 little LED indicators there, I got them just with my turn signals. When I hit my turn signal, they flash. Here, I'll show you. Turn signal. Nope, just like that. Just a little extra feature that makes it like, ooh, that's cool. But what I was saying before, if anybody knows how to, I'm in the just north of the Springfield, Missouri area. If anybody knows how to tune these speed densities trucks, I do got a math conversion. I got the wiring harness, computer, and A9P, I believe. I got the wiring harness, and I really want to build a 408 for it. I think that will do this truck some justice. That's pretty good stance. Pretty good stance. Got alignment the other day, sheet-track and good too. Other than that driveline vibration, it's, once I get over 60, it's pretty smooth driving. But, and as soon as I get my start doing my motor build, I'm gonna try to buy a GoPro because I'm using my phone. As soon as I get a GoPro, I think I'm gonna start documenting some of that. I need to, because like when I did that transfer case, I really wanted to do that, put that on camera because I don't know how many people actually, you know, tear into that stuff. But just in case somebody want to try to do it themselves, I mean, hey, you save so much money doing it yourself, plus you get the knowledge of doing it, and it's fun. So I need to start documenting more of this stuff for people kind of like me that want to get on hands-on and do the stuff themselves and not paying somebody to do it. All right, tubes, that's it for today. Damn near 30-minute video, and we'll see you later.